I waited at the bus stop downtown, Montebello bound for no reason. I didn't have much time and things were deeply wrong, and I can't explain why, but they understood what I meant completely. I had their photographs in my hand, no master plan, just a collection of beautiful faces with stories incomplete. When I felt afraid, they would say to me, "Missing, missing." I wish there was more I could know about it all, but Ellie doesn't answer to me. Still, I persisted and listened for the city to speak, perhaps a faint whisper through its cold teeth, bubbling beneath them an overwhelming question. Is it time to make your visit? So with their photographs close, I slipped out through the center doors with a hood covering a reckless haircut. Will this be enough to save us? My lips were chapped, there was a lump in my throat, and my hands went limp and just let go. So I looked towards the metro station to see their photographs dancing across the street, missing, missing, like tumbleweeds. It may not make sense now, but give it time, because I should tell you my life was saved off the Metro B line, Hollywood and Western. I planned to make it divine, but changed my mind when I realized I was too sober to steal a record. And as the sliding doors opened, something deep in me remembered him. My strides increased to the tempo of some divine score, almost like a leap, to Fountain Avenue. That boy I once knew lived there years ago, eyes blue, hair brown. I wanted to see if he'd still be around there waiting for me. Perhaps standing still before the television with a burnt cup of coffee, wrapped in a warm blanket from Mom's visit long ago. Because my grandma told me that he was here with me now, but I can't seem to find him here, even when I've showered, because I still feel so dirty and I'm not the same, but maybe he'd be there waiting. Trembling, I entered through a backyard with nothing but a pen and a note card, and I told the people there that things are deeply wrong and I can't stray far, but they understood what I meant completely. And then they saved me. Now, a gentle grip is on my arm, my hair is now blonde, and my eyes have wet with dreams. Did I tell you that I went to the Pacific Palisades a week ago? It was also beautiful, and I almost missed all of it. I almost missed everything. But as I lay down to sleep, the sound of the train cuts through the silence of my mind. What about the other tumbleweeds? You know, the ones stumbling across the street who could be mistaken as the city's architecture if you're not paying close enough attention. Each filled with an overwhelming question full of sinister arguments that echo across the heart's chamber walls, every beat and pause a moment irredeemable until every beat feels wrong. I still hear them here, calling for me, missing, missing tumbleweeds. LA, is this beauty just for me? It's too much sometimes, and what about Amy? I saw her briefly staying with some guy, and she told me that the last shot we took together broke her mind, and she felt like things were deeply wrong, and she couldn't explain why, but I understood what she meant completely. But I got lost in your gaze, LA. Well, she gave eyes to a fear that can't be named in her darkness. Malnourished hands gently opened a plastic curtain, never enough to let the light shine in and ruin an acquired oblivion that can never be given to someone like me. I don't want her to think this is just for me, because she was born a boy and it's not what they wanted, and a terrible standard that doesn't care what we know about it, which keeps victims buried beneath empty yards, while their photographs like a series of cabinet cars are scrolled to film as you drive through the city. And I can't keep up with it all from this passenger seat. Everything blends together. Missing, missing tumbleweeds. I want to go home, LA. Can I go home? The city doesn't answer to me, but it doesn't matter, I still think about it, because I know now that reality unfolds in curved cosmic lines like the crescent through Santa Monica Boulevard. They touch gently and then pass by like the cars that cut through Fountain Avenue. but I just don't want it all to pass by me. Because I'm still scared, LA. We had a plague once before when unmarked graves lay, quickly displaced but never forgotten. Will this grace touch the conflict hidden beneath it all? Will some divine turmoil touch their lives with warm fingertips, a loving grip on their arms? Will their eyes wet with dreams? LA, if you don't want them to stay with you, can you bring them here to me? Because life can be so beautiful, it can be so sweet. At chattering retreats at Christian diners, with cycles of people to meet, putting out cigarettes in the evening's concrete as we watch the parlor window panes rearranged with the passing seasons. And now it's spring. I read that spring mends things, so LA, please bring them to me, or send them at least. If I don't recognize them, it won't take long, because I've known them already, I've known them all. Sprawled up against concrete walls, bodies silhouetted by streetlights and flashes caught by the headlights of passing cars like an old film roll rolling along the street. I thought they were dancing once before, heads down, swaying in the December fog, in that hour before the daylight comes, when neon smoke gently presses up against the lonesome bars or against those collapsed over themselves in the bathroom stalls like a curtain. That hour used to be so kind to me. But then that lonely sunrise comes once more, when the ground hums as my ear is pressed against the floor, listening for a bright-eyed runner's feet thumping like a metronome, prompting the opening score. Take your seats, the sound of the taxis in the streets usher me to mine sideways, with naked legs folded under an oversized sweater as the conductor's baton traces along the skyline from the east. The morning birds start singing to each other. I don't think that they're singing to me. But I am alone as daylight comes, and human voices begin to rumble through the ground.